Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy, coming at you with a new review. Happy Fragrant Friday to you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And in this week, by the way, a dedicated viewer, my mom, it's her birthday. So everybody wish my mom a happy birthday this week. And happy birthday, Mom. Whether it is my daughter's channel that she had for many years or this channel, my mom, to my knowledge, I don't think she has missed one episode. Every dry humor joke I have cracked, whether it be minute 1 or minute 23 in my long Gabby episodes, she always catches them, and she likes the bonus features. I should probably do a bonus feature for this one. I've stopped doing them, but I should probably add one in her honor. So happy birthday, Mom. This one was you've seen the title in the description. So this is Insurrection 2 Wild. And this is my own bottle. I actually got my own bottle for once. But this was highly recommended by the man, not the myth, subscriber, Jerry, over at Lux Gentlemen's Society, and he let me know this is one of those ones where he said, like, it's just like you can't miss, right? This is a home run, and you need to go out and get this one. I let him know I'm not a huge fan of Pure Havane, and he's like, trust me, you will love it. So much so, he said if I didn't, that he would buy it off me. He was that confident. And the cat out of the bag, because I absolutely love this. I'm not a huge fan, actually, of tobacco and honey mixed, and that just speaks to this fragrance even more because it is sublime. So I really have enjoyed wearing this for 2 or 3 weeks. Actually, it's been a while now. I've just kind of had this in the background, but once I got in the Dr. Goo sample groove, I just couldn't get out of it. But I really, really, really have enjoyed rocking this juice. So I couldn't see the review of the year on this one, but I want to talk a little bit. I think this is my third Reyane. The house is Reyane Tradition, or Reyane Tradition. It is a house in Paris. And as I said, they focus on clones, copies, dupes, and do they do a great job of that. So for 20 to 30 USD, this can be had, which is borderline criminal, and it is a slap on the wrist to niche companies out there who are oftentimes selling stuff like this for 10 times the price. When you can have something at 1/10 the price, even though the house is not taking any risks, really, it's not a daring house. Or one of prestige in an artistic sense. Sorry, most of us can't afford to have a lot of bottles over the $300 price point, and so we're going to have something like this. It's a wonderful business model. They make superb fragrances that last a long time on the cheap with excellent presentation. So what more do you want? Okay, they garner compliments. Ladies love them. I mean, I can just go on and on and on. So I have really enjoyed this one. Let me talk about the notes, and I want to say quickly, this one is a dupe of Pure Havane. I'm not a huge fan. See, here's the thing about Pure Havane by Thierry Mugler, or Mugler, Mugler. The thing about that one is, to me, there are two kinds of people in this world. There are pure malt people and Pure Havane people. You know, it's kind of like the Beatles and Elvis, right? Never the two shall meet. I have to say that I like Pure Havane, but not as much as you guys. I love Pure Malt. It is a fantastic fragrance. One of my very fragrant favorite of all times. Love it. So this one is a dupe of Pure Havane, which was wildly successful for Thierry Mugler or Mugler. And then I also found out online, I can't speak to this, but I wanted to let you know. You guys can help me out and let me know more if you know it. But apparently this is also a dupe of 1861 Naxos, Naxos, Naxos or Naxos by Gerjoff. So that's another niche company. Thierry Mugler is not a niche company. I would call that a designer, but it's like a high-end designer for me. So it's going to be in the $100 to $200 price point. And then, of course, Gerjoff is going to be over the $300 mark USD. And again, this one's 20 to 30, so it's just ridiculously good. So the presentation is really cool. It looks like a book. I'm so happy that I get to talk about it. It does look like a book, so you could put this like in your library and no one would be any the wiser, as they used to say. Then it's got a little thing, little nice, almost like a bookmark that you can just pull and then out comes the fragrance, which I have already out. It has a little strap to keep it in. This part is a little fake, a little low quality. Am I going to take off for that? Absolutely not. They didn't need to do any of this for what they charge, and they did. So they went well beyond the call of duty. The back has the information you would expect. The only thing I'll say is this one is a 3.0 fluid ounce, 90 milliliters. That's a little bit different. So for the quirky fans out there, this one is slightly different than most bottle sizes. I don't have too many 90 milliliter 3.0 in my collection. So yeah, I've been wearing this for like 3 or 4 weeks, and I'm due to review it. And the bottom has the information that one would expect. It's not magnetic, but there's no cheap feel to this bottle or atomizer. I'll give you a spray right now, and it is superb. And that emits a lot. So again, nothing cheap whatsoever. Keep in mind, as I said, this one I'm not a honey, especially on women's perfume. I really don't like honey. And even honey on guy, I don't have a lot of fragrances with honey. I tend to avoid them. And that just speaks to this one even more, because this is my favorite honey based or with honey in it fragrance I've ever had or reviewed. So that is quite a statement coming from TCG. So the notes are tobacco, honey, vanilla, spicy notes, tonka, cacao, and of course, why you subscribe to the channel, woody notes. So, but it's heavy on the tobacco and the honey, especially in the initial blast. If you are like me and you're not a huge fan of the tobacco-honey combination, do not worry, because this just really rocks. I mean, it's just great. It kind of surpasses any limitations that you have on the particular reservations that you have, on the fragrance notes themselves. So, okay, Insurrection 2 Wild. Now, more good news abounds. This is another one that really just lasts all day. If you put on, I usually do 4 to 5 sprays, which of course is a hint to the rating. I usually do 4 or 5 sprays of this fragrance, and I'm set the rest of the day. So this is going to be a nice, strong 8 to 10 hours. The projection is spectacular. In fact, my mom always talks about how she likes fragrances that you can really, smell. They project well. This is one of them. If you do not smell this on somebody in the first 10 hours, they probably put on maybe 1 or 2 sprays only. This one really lasts a long time and projects very well. I'm super happy with it. And the projection is 1 meter or 3 feet from the body. You are looking at a very strong 8 hours, and that is outstanding. And then the sillage coming in of rooms, leaving a scent bubble, scent trail. You will get noticed. You will get comments. Some people. So, for example, my daughter said when she smelled this, she just said it just smells like a Yankee Candle. Some people don't like these kinds of fragrances with the warm spices because they feel like, she likes it, by the way, it's just that it reminds her of a candle. It has kind of a potpourri, Yankee Candle, White Barn Candle element to it. But I have no problem with that whatsoever. So if you like the clean, fresh, crisp, right out of the shower, sporty feel, this one's not for you. It's just not. But of course, I just like what I like, and this one definitely delivers the goods. But I wanted to point that out. That's what it smells. It has a very, very autumnal feel. Perfect, because of course we are in autumn. So this is great, and I really appreciate the fact that it is a great fragrance for this time of the year. That's longevity, projection, and sillage. And actually, I just remembered I was supposed to do that in part 2. Oh well, I'm just going to do it all in one episode. Just kind of a blast from the past, where I used to just blab on all in one episode and one version of that. So let's go ahead and just go right on to gender then. This one is definitely a gentleman's fragrance, and so I'm going to go with probably something along the lines of, I mean, it's got vanilla, honey, and it's got tonka cacao. It's masculine leaning. I'm going to go 75-25 on the gender split and say 75% will be men who wear this, who wanted it, who bought it. It's their signature scent. Wasn't just given to them. I would say 75% will be men and 25% will be women. It's not uber or ultra masculine, but it does certainly lean masculine, and it has a very kind of a regal gentleman's quality to it that I really like. It is another fragrance that you put on and you feel like you can conquer the day. As cringeworthy, cringy, cheesy, corny as that sounds, it is true, actually. It is a game changer for mood for me, and I really appreciate that, if nothing else. But of course, I think it smells great. So that is the gender, and then age. I do see this one as more of a mature, a man who knows where he is in life. He's not so much climbing up the corporate ladder as he is already at the top. So I'm going to go with 40 and above when it comes to age. I do think it is more of a sophisticated gentleman's fragrance. So 40 and up. Could it be worn by younger? Of course, it could be. But I think in actuality, in how it plays out, you'll see 40 and up. Now, for season, you're also going to get definitely going to get fall first, then winter, then spring, and then summer. So this is more of a indoor, warm, spicy, cuddling by the fireplace kind of fragrance. As my daughter said, Yankee Candle / White Varnish candle. Sure, I will concede that. I like those though, but I wanted to point that out. If you do not like what you feel are the potpourri smelling scents, yeah, this one might be a pass for you. That said, man, I mean, for 20 to 30 USD, you get this level of presentation. A cap that is high quality, right? The bottle is great. It has a great design to it, great ergonomics. The atomizer is spectacular. There is nothing I can do but to give it seriously a 5 out of 5 sprays in my rating system. You guys know that I do hold a 6th one. This is a clone, a dupe, a copy for sure of either or both Pure Havane or the 1861 Naxos by Xerjoff. That's really all I can come up with, though, keeping it from the full 6 out of 5, the bonus spray. Seriously, it is that good. I'm not even going to take off for the fact that I don't care for honey, because it just delivers so well in that category. So this one just finds a way. This one is confident. This is a confident release, and I really, really like this house a lot. It's funny because I always, for some reason, because they have great presentation, projection, longevity, and just smell fantastic, I always, for some reason, think that this is another one of the fragrance houses from the United Arab Emirates, but it's not. It's from Paris, as you can see with the Eiffel Tower. Wonderful house. 2 thumbs up. Kudos to them for finding really a great marketing ploy, which is to what's the expression? Under promise and over deliver. These guys really do that because they're not super well known, but man, once you buy one, God, this is really just great. In fact, it's so great that it's going to end a lot of people's channels, actually, because, I mean, once you get these dupes that are 20 to 30, maybe $35, $40, and they just smell outstanding, it's like a lot of people are just going to be super content with the 4 or 5 fragrances that they have year round, like this one, and they're going to feel completely set and good to go. And who could blame them? Especially in this economy. So there you have it. I went a blast from the past. In fact, I'm in my bonus feature. I'm going to give I'm going to do just for Mom. I'm going to do my original intro. I stopped doing the kind of more flamboyant stuff because some of the guys were kind of tired of that and wanted a more oh, by the way, conversational approach. So in the bonus feature, I will bring that back because I got a couple comments lately saying, how come you don't point at the camera anymore at the beginning? So I will do that just for everybody. And this one, of course, is easily a 5 out of 5. And if you watch any reviewer who gives it less, man, I'd have to wonder, because I'm usually quite persnickety and cranky, and I can find slight, faults and critiques in just about everything. Hard to come up with one for this one. Jerry was right when Jerry said, if you don't like this, I'll even buy it off you. I'm that confident you will like it. Boy, was he right, because, man, this one is just absolutely wonderful, and I can't wait to wear it all fall and winter this year, as I'm also reviewing some of the other samples. So next week, I'll go back to trying some of the samples sent in by Dr. Goo, and let's go one on each wrist, one on each side of the neck, and then one right on the chest before I head to work. Boom. 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 I mean, slightly medicinal. And again, that's not a critique, but I want you to know that in case you feel like doing a blind buy in the initial blast slightly. But even that, I don't mind, because it's medicinal, but it smells great. And boom. All right, 5 out of 5 for this very, very confident release that I'm going to enjoy rocking. It almost has, what it also has? It almost has like a black anise or like a black licorice smell to it. I could not find any of that listed, but I wonder if anise is in this at all, or some sort of black licorice-like note, because it certainly does have that in the initial blast, at least. Times are going to be good for me, my friends, because I'm going to enjoy rocking this one a lot. What is your scent of the day? Have you tried this one? Have you tried Pure Havane? Do you agree with me that never the two, are you a Pure Havane guy or a Pure Malt guy, or both? I'm kind of both, but I just like Pure Malt a lot better. And then the last one, have you tried 1861 Naxos by Jirjov? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. And as always, as I said in the beginning of this little last comment here, let me know your scent of the day, if nothing else. You take care. Have a wonderful week. This was a lot of fun, and I wish you the best. And always remember, my friends, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. Happy Fragrant Friday. Fragheads. All right, everybody, there you had it, a blast from the past, my old intro, just in case, for those of you out there who commented recently and wanted me to bring it back, wondering where it went. I figured I would retire that. I figured I would move on to something a little bit more, low-key, but you've asked and I have delivered. Happy birthday, Mom. I wish you the best. Enjoy the week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.